And coming up next will be the Gross Construction Street Stocks. Got a pair of heat races. Your scheduled starting lineup is supposed to be the 20 of Rob Sullivan, 67 of Michael Alleman, 45 of Jason Robinson, 3 of Chris Munson, 2 of John Beach, 26, your reigning Rookie of the Year, Dusty Link, the 50 of Jake Thompson making his return to asphalt racing, and the 33 of Chad Richardson making his first start of the season here at the Owosso Speedway. That's the scheduled lineup. We'll see what happens as they get to the track. Looks like the 20 of Rob Sullivan going to take the tail. The rest of the field will fill in as they get there. So Sullivan goes from starting on pole to starting dead last in this one. Once again, 6 laps will be the distance here. All right, so 6 laps will be the distance here. All right, green flag's out, we're underway. And Chris Munson on the inside in the 3 car makes a power move. He'll take over the lead as we get back to the line. Dusty Link follows him through. Chad Richardson follows them through to be your top three. Michael Alamon in the yellow 67 got hung out to dry there. Jake Thompson in the 50 to the inside of the 67 to move up into fourth. Richardson in the 33, going to try to move to the inside of the 26. The 26 gives him room for second spot. They lean on each other just a little bit as we reach the halfway point. 3 in, 3 to go. It's now Munson, Richardson, and Link. Your top three. Jake Thompson in the 50 closing the gap as well. Thompson takes a peek to the inside of the 26, a Link to move up into the third spot. Oh, the 20 of Rob Sullivan goes around. Caution, flag out. Well, Sullivan having a bit of a struggle today. Had some mechanical issues, decided to start at the back of this heat race after having some struggles in qualifying. And unfortunately, Sullivan will be tagged with the caution, so he'll have to move to the pits for that one. The rest of your lineup is as follows. It looks like the 3 of Chris Munson is your leader. In the 33 of Chad Richardson. 26 of Dusty Link runs third, then the 50 of Jake Thompson, John Beach in the 2, 67 of Michael Alamon, and the 47 of Jason Robinson. That'll be your field. We're at the halfway point with 3 laps completed, 3 laps to go. Field checks up a little bit on the restart in turn number 4. Green flag is out. 3 of Munson had problems firing off there. That allows the 2 of John Beach to take the evasive move and move up into the lead. Munson finally gets it rolling. He sits in the second spot. Dusty Link way up in the third groove, almost loses the back end of it. That leaves the door open for Jake Thompson to move up into fourth. As Chad Richardson in the 33 going to try the outside. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Richardson goes for the switchback to the inside of the 2. He has the lead down the back straightaway. For the final time, coming off of turn 4, checkered flag is out. Your winner is going to be Chad Richardson. John Beach second, Chris Munson third, Jake Thompson fourth, and Dusty Link completes your top 5. Well, that one was a little bit chippy, but we all made it through. His first visit of the 2024 season, and so far it's paying dividends. He calls Fort Wayne, Indiana home. And the number 33, give it up for Chad Richardson, picking up the first heat race. Heat race number 2 now, getting ready to roll out. This will be our final heat race of the evening. And will also be 6 laps in distance.
Owosso Speedway proudly partners with Gross Construction of New Lothrop, serving as the title sponsor for the Street Stock Division in 2024. With over 15 years of experience, Gross Construction excels in both commercial and residential projects, encompassing new construction, repairs, and restorations. Specializing in various aspects of construction, Gross Construction is well-versed in site work, utilities, standard and decorative concrete, as well as flat and structural work. They offer comprehensive planning, management, and assistance for building multi-phase projects. If you're considering a building project, Gross Construction is the name to trust. Contact Gross Construction at 810-287-3652. That's 810-287-3652. Or visit their website at grossconstruction.org to learn more about their services.
All right, there comes that heat race. On pole, going to be the 67 of Aaron Newman, with Jerry Ballard in the 22 starting next in line. Then it'll be the K9 of Jim Miller Sr., followed by the 64 of Johnny Hayden. Your defending track champion Ron Hart will be inside of row number 3 with the 65 of Jeff Owens to his outside. Then it's going to be the 20 of Tim Lahar. And your fast qualifier tonight in the 84, Dan Bailey. All right, got the tires up to temperature. Going to line them back up 2 by 2 as we get set to go 6 laps. Our final heat race of the evening here for the Gross Construction Street Stocks, using the fastest street stocks on grounds this evening. Once again, 6 laps is the distance. It's going to be in the hands of Aaron Newman and Jerry Ballard, a couple West Side invaders here tonight. Newman and Ballard lead them into turn number 3, off of turn number 4. Green flag is out, trying to end that one early. And Jim Miller Sr. gets a good start on the inside. He'll clear Ballard and move up into the 2nd spot. Gets right to the back bumper of the 67 of Newman. But Newman going to lead the opening circuit over Miller. Battle on the track right now for 3rd. As Ron Hart gets past the 22 of Ballard, leaves the door open. The 20 of Tim Lahar are going to try to walk through as well. It's still the 67 of Newman leading now as the 20 of Lahar gets to the inside of Ron Hart. Doesn't quite make the apex of the corner. He and Hart get together, and the 22 and 84 stack up as well. Ballard and Bailey go around. That'll draw the caution on lap number 2. Well, to me, looked like the beginning of that happened with the 20 of Lahar and the 51 of Hart. Looked like Lahar may have missed the corner a little bit, pushed up the track, and the field kind of checked up in response. All right, so the 22 of Ballard will leave the track. We have 2 in, 4 to go. Your lineup is going to be the 67 of Aaron Newman, the 9 of Jim Miller Sr., 51 of Ron Hart, 20 of Tim Lahar, 64 Johnny Hayden, 84 Dan Bailey, 65 Jeff Owens. Off in turn 4, green flag is back out. And Ron Hart got a very good restart. He was right to the bumper of the 9 car down the straightaways. The 84 Dan Bailey calls it good for that one. He'll pull off over in turn number 2. Halfway home, 3 in, 3 to go. It's Newman, Miller, and Lahar. Now your top 3. Lahar and Miller make a little bit of contact there on the bottom. Looks like problems for the 51 of Ron Hart. He's up at the top of the track. Looks like he's going to be exiting the track this time. Tough break for your defending track champion. Top 3 cars, nose to tail. It's Newman, Miller, and Lahar. Lahar gets to the back quarter of the 9 cars. The white flag is out, 1 lap to go. Lahar and Miller leaning on each other in 1 and 2. It's going to be a drag race down into 3. At the front of the field, doesn't look like it's going to matter too much as Aaron Newman takes the win, but the battle is on for 2nd. Lahar going to have it by a nose. Miller Sr. 3rd, Hayden 4th, Jeff Owens completes your top 5. Well, the street stock's looking a little chippy here this evening. Sure that'll bode well for the feature event later on. In the meantime, though, heading down to Victory Lane calls Battle Creek, Michigan home in the number 67. Give it up for your winner, Aaron Newman. picking up the heat race victory. he's well up out of the groove and well off the pace. Looks like he's going to continue on. Not sure what the issue was there. Up at the front of the field, the 9 of Jim Miller Sr. on the attack, trying to get around the outside of the 67 of Aaron Newman once again. Not able to pull alongside. Newman doing a good job holding steady. Ron Hart gets rooted out of his position at the inside of the track in 1 and 2. Dan Bailey gets a great run around the outside of Hart to the inside of Miller now for the second spot. Bailey and Miller, best battle on the track, and now Bailey pulls ahead. He'll move up into the second spot. Miller tries to fight back on the outside. A little bit of a love tap to the back bumper of the 84. As Miller now giving up some more track position, he'll fall behind the 51 of Hart, and that leaves the door open for the 65 and Jeff Owens. Miller going to try the outside of Hart, trying to break back into the top 3. But not able to work. Not Miller in the 9 falls back once again into the clutches of the 65 and Jeff Owens. Miller may have got a piece of the wall over on the backstretch. At least caught the flat of the track pretty awkwardly going down the back straightaway. But Aaron Newman doing a tremendous job out of the front of the field so far, as the 51 of Ron Hart gets to the back bumper of the 84 of Dan Bailey. This time by, we're going to come to 1/3 distance, 10 in, 20 to go. It's Newman, Bailey, Hart, Owens, Miller, your top 5. It's the 67 of Michael Alamon off the pace. He'll pull down to the infield. He becomes our second retirement from this one as the 45 of Jason Robinson. Oh, looks like Robinson is out there. Lost him in the glare, so Alamon the only driver out so far. 15 cars remain on the track. 15 cars still on the lead lap, but the 45 of Robinson going to fall back to the clutches of the 67 here shortly. Problems for the 84 at Dan Bailey. Your 1 second place car off the pace over in turn number 3, and that's going to draw the caution. All right, 12 laps in, 18 to go here as we work our first caution in the Gross Construction Street Stocks. Aaron Newman has been your leader since the drop of the flag, leading all 12 laps thus far. 84 at Dan Bailey that drew the caution. Now he pulls off over in turn number 2. This time by, the field will get the 1 to go signal. We'll be going green next time by. So Aaron Newman and Ron Hart will be your front row. 2 drivers thus far winless in 2024. $18 laps remain as the field heads down the back straightaway towards turn number 3. Logan McCaslin has the green flag ready. Off turn 4, green flag's out, we're back underway. Pretty solid restart there for the 67 of Aaron Newman as he gets out to the early lead. Jeff Owens in the 65 goes to work on the 51 of Ron Hart for second, as he's also trying to hold off Chad Richardson in the 33. Oh, caution on the track. Looks like the 3 and the 26 having some issues there over in turn number 2. Heavy cosmetic damage on the front of the 3 car of Munson. So Munson will exit the track over in turn 2 to bring that to the attention of his crew over outside of the track. 67, Michael Alamon rejoining the field potentially. He pulled back out onto the track, but he may just be doing that to exit in turn 2, and that is going to be the case. So we got 1 more lap in, 13 in, 17 to go as we work caution number 2. All right, so once again, Newman and Hart lead him into turn number 3. Green flag is back out. We are back underway. Pretty even restart, it looked like, towards the front of the field as Hart and Newman remain door to door down the back straightaway. Hart now with the advantage, not quite able to have him clear into turn number 3, but does have him clear off of 4. New leader at the line will be the 51, Ron Hart, on lap number 14. It's now Hart and Newman, your top 2. Battle for third, the 64 of Johnny Hayden, 65 of Jeff Owens. And a 2-wide battle behind them, as well as the 33 of Chad Richardson and the 20 of Tim Lahar. Battle for position as well. The 9 of Jim Miller Sr. stuck behind that battle. Lahar and Hayden both go way up the track. Looks like they're going to be able to continue on, but they give up quite a few positions. It's going to be a great advantage for the 20 of Rob Sullivan, who went from having car problems all day to now running in the 6th position. Battle for second, 65 and Jeff Owens trying to work around the outside of the 67 and Newman. Owens has the spot at the line, 17 and 13 to go. Oh, now problems for the 20 of Rob Sullivan. He was running up in the 6th spot. Unfortunately, losing power in the black number 20. So, caution on the speedway. Oh, the 20 of Tim Lahar facing the wrong way in the other black number 20 down in the middle of turns 1 and 2. And the 45 of Richardson, or Robinson, sorry, 45 of Jason Robinson stopped down on the apron. A lot of stuff happening there as that caution got ready to come out. Here, our final event of the evening here at the Owosso Speedway. The Gross Construction Street Stocks we're choosing this time. Nothing too exotic on the choice. Hart, Owens, Newman, Miller, Richardson, Ballard. All right, 12 laps remaining here. Gross Construction Street Stocks, our final feature of the night. All right, we come off at turn 4. Green flag is back out. We are back underway. Hart and Owens keep it door to door through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Lean on each other just a little bit. Jeff Owens leads at the line. Front 4 cars, 2x2. Hart, Owens, Newman, Miller, your top 4. This time by, we're coming to 10 laps to go. 20 in, 10 to go. Owens leads that lap as well, just by a fender. But he's got some momentum building in that outside groove. Hart not able to stick with him. Owens will have him just about clear off at turn 4. And Owens leads into turn number 3, or turn number 1, excuse me. Your top 3 cars, nose to tail, Owens, Hart, Miller, right there together at the front of the field. Miller now to the inside of the 51, a Hart for second. Hart closes the door back going into turn number 1. Miller looks like the back end trying to get away from him. He's able to save it, but gives up quite a bit of real estate to the 51. That may send him back into the clutches of the 67 and Newman as we come to 7 laps remaining now. First battle on the track is going to be the one for 5th as Dan Bailey in the 84 works past the 33 of Chad Richardson. Opens the door for the 20 of Tim Lahar to skate through, as well as Lahar moves up into the 6th position as Richardson gets shuffled back 2 spots to 7th. Miller and Hart continue to duke it out as Jeff Owens begins to have probably his biggest lead of the event at over half a second now as we come to 5 laps to go. 5 laps remaining for the 65 of Jeff Owens. Richardson gets back by the 20 of Lahar. That moves him up into the 6th spot. Lahar might fall even further back as the 64, Johnny Hayden, looks to get around. Miller still trying to get by the 51 of Hart. Gets to the inside now as we come to 3 laps to go. 3 more laps for the 65 of Jeff Owens. Miller almost had the 2nd spot. It's almost a near identical lap time for the 9 of Miller and the 51 of Hart. Miller gets by, Hart goes for the switchback, but Miller shuts the door into turn number 3. This time by, it's going to be 2 laps remaining as Jeff Owens over a 2nd advantage now, largest advantage he's had of this event, but he's got a new challenger in the 2nd spot. As the 9 of Jim Miller Jr. going to try to run him down in these closing stages, but it doesn't look like he's going to have much time as the white flag is out, 1 lap to go. Jeff Owens leads him into turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Miller has him under a 2nd, but not yet close enough to be in contact. Into turn number 3 for the last time. Off of turn number 4, checkered flag is out. Your winner is going to be Jeff Owens. Jim Miller Sr. in 2nd, Ron Hart 3rd, Aaron Newman 4th, Dan Bailey 5th, Chad Richardson 6th, Tim Lahar 7th, Johnny Hayden 8th, Jerry Ballard 9th, and Jake Thompson will complete your top 10. He's out of the car, your winner, Jeff Owens. Jeff, congratulations. I feel like the way your season's gone, I feel like you were kind of owed one.
Yeah, I tell you what, these races are hard to come by. We close calls last year, close calls this year, never got in victory lane, finally got it done.
Well, Jeff, you had a great battle throughout that race with just a whole bunch of people. It was a really good race. Tell us about your ride.
Yeah, the car actually got better as we went, which was great. Dad's got it hooked up tonight for sure. A little better on the outside, so I liked it on being on the outside of Hart there. It worked out good for me. So, yeah, it was great. Good spot.
Well, Jeff, you've had a fast car for a while, so I'm sure you got a lot of people you want to thank for this one.
Sure do. Starting with my wife, Erin, all the time and money spent on these cars. You guys know how it is. My dad, this is his creation. Larry Birchmeyer, the Duncan family, Jamie Duncan, they've been big supporters of mine forever. Auto Pride Collision. Modern Concrete, been on the car for 50 years, basically back to my dad running it. Tony Brab's Racing Engines. If you want a fast motor, this is the one you want. You want Tony Brab's motor. So, yeah, great night, great race.
All right, congratulations, Jeff. Jeff Owens, your street stock winner here tonight.